Hello, my dear students. Our today's topic of discussion is determiners. Let's begin. In this chapter, you will learn about determiners. Let us read these sentences. These houses are spacious. This is the most beautiful piece of art. I ate some oranges. He could not taste that fruit. So as you can see, I have underlined, and these some of the words are also highlighted in blue color. I ate some, that, this, the, these. These are some of the words which are highlighted. These words are called determiners. Let us understand why. Determiners are the words which help us to specify nouns in a certain manner. A determiner precedes a noun or a noun phrase, means a determiner will come in front of a noun or a noun phrase. The functions of a determiner are referring to and quantifying things. Now, what is the meaning of referring to and quantifying? Referring to means referring to a certain thing, like this, that, these, or those, means we are referring to something. And quantifying means when we are telling the quantity of something, whether it is definite quantity or indefinite quantity. Like some oranges is indefinite quantity. If I say I ate 2 oranges, 2 is definite quantity. So we refer to some things or we quantify the things, we use determiners. Let us see the types of determiners. First type of determiners are demonstratives. We have already done in the previous chapters, like this, that, these, and those. Somewhere these words can be used as these words can be used as demonstrative pronouns or demonstrative adjectives. This and that are used for singular subjects, and these and those are used for plural subjects. Let's come to second type of determiners, which is possessives. Now, possessives means belonging, the things that belong to a particular person or us. Like my brother, your house, their neighbors, our parents, his bag, her dress. All the highlighted words, they show ownership, right? They are showing who is the owner. Her dress means the dress is hers, she is the owner. So these words are the determiners, and these are the possessive determiners, right? We have part A and B here to practice the demonstratives, this, that, these, those, and to practice possessives, means my, your, their, our, his, and her. Let us come to third kind of determiners, which are distributives. Distributives are when we refer to a big group, but we are talking to each and every person of that group with the help of the words like every, each, neither, and either. See, every is used with a large or indefinite number. Each is used in comparison to every. Each is used for a smaller group or smaller number. Neither means nothing, not at all. And either means 1 out of 2. This is part C, where we have to fill in the blanks with distributives, means each, every, either, and neither. Let's see. Rita will choose either of the dresses. Both are pretty, means the 2 dresses are there, so she is having choice. And one of them is, like, she is going to choose one of them, so we have used either here. They conduct programs every Monday. Every student was asked to wear the school uniform on Monday. So every student, all the students of the school is a big group, so every. If we are talking about participants in the swimming competition, each. It's not that big group as in comparison to the school, right? So this way we use each, every, neither, and either. And here in number 8, if I see dash of them appeared for the test, neither of them, or I write each of them, both are correct. Let us come to fourth kind of determiners, which are quantifiers. and we have quantifiers as definite or indefinite. Definite is going to tell us a proper number and indefinite not a proper number. See, many houses, some of the shops, a lot of people, much suffering. Any new stamps? Many, some, a lot of, much, any. These are all the highlighted words which are quantifiers. In these, many and several indicate numbers, right? Many apples, several trees. Many and several indicate numbers, which means many and several are used with countable nouns. We can count. Many apples were rotten, but we can count them. Several trees grow on either side of the road means we can count them. So many and several are used with countable nouns. Come to much, a lot of, a little, suggest quantity only, but they are used with uncountable nouns. Much rice you cannot count. A lot of vegetables you cannot count. A little help which you cannot count. So many and several with countable nouns, much, a lot of, a little with uncountable nouns, and some and any can be used with both countable and uncountable. If I say some women, I can count. But if I say some, I need some support, uncountable. Any station, countable. Any chance, uncountable. So these are the 3 points in quantifiers which we have to remember. Many and several with countable nouns, much, a lot of, a little with uncountable nouns, some and any with both countable and uncountable nouns can be used. Then the next point says that we use some in affirmative, means positive sentences, and any in negative sentences generally, not always, right? Next point says the quantifiers the little, a little and little indicate quantity and are used before uncountable nouns. What is the meaning of little, a little and the little? Little means very, very less. Same rule applies with few, a few, the few. A little says some, means the situation is better than little, means a little is something is there. Little is very, very less. A little is something is there. The little means whatever was there, a whole of it, all of it. For example, see, little. He had little money. If I use little, it means nothing, almost nothing. He was having a little money. A little means at least he was having some money with him. If I say the little money he had, he donated it to the charity, means all of the money he had, he donated it, all of it. The means all of it. Same rule applies with few, a few and the few. Few means very, very less. A few means at least something, and the few means whatever was there, all of it. So the little or the few means all of it. See, it's explained here on the next page. Few, the few and a few. The only difference is we use little, a little and the little with uncountable nouns, and we use few, a few and the few with countable nouns. This is the difference. So here we have a related back exercise which has been done for you, and you will receive PDF for it. Now let us come to, we have done 4th type of determiners, which is quantifiers. Now let us do the 5th type of determiners, which is interrogatives. So interrogatives basically ask questions, right? Which, what, whose, how many, how much, are the interrogative determiners. Which is used as a determiner to ask a question about a specific group of people or things. Which is used for people or things. What is used to ask a question about a general group of person or things. See, the E part is given for the practice of interrogative determiners. We have to fill in the blanks with which, whose, what, how much and how many. Then we have determiners, indefinite articles and definite article. Indefinite articles are a and an. A, and the are determiners. A and an we know. A is used with consonant sound, whereas an is used with a vowel sound, right? And they are used with singular countable nouns. A girl, a plate, an orange, an ostrich. A is used with a consonant sound and an is used with a vowel sound. Coming to the definite article, the. The definite article the is used for nouns that have already been referred to earlier, means which are the repetitions. I received some information. Now in this sentence, information was new to us, right? I received some information. When the noun is repeated for a second time, the will come. The information was true. Means in first sentence it was new to us, and when it became known, we will use the. So when a noun is repeated for the second time, we use the. Another example for the is, father bought a new car. Now this is coming for the first time. Car noun is coming for the first time. So a. Now when it is repeated, the car was expensive, means the same car was expensive. The is used before the nouns that are unique, means one. The secretary of the committee, the sky, and the house at the end of the street, means we are being very particular because the is used with particular things. The train from Nagpur to Mumbai. Then first is the is used before nouns that are unique. The is used before the nouns that are particular, specified or identified, proper they are. Then the is used before nouns that represent a whole class. Whole class means whole species. The elephant is a large animal. The one-horned rhinoceros must be protected. So it is used before a class. The tiger is a ferocious animal. The is used before adjectives to form noun phrases. The rich. Rich is an adjective, so the is used before adjective, which is telling us, means all the rich people that have a plural meaning. So here the rich has a plural meaning, not one rich person, all rich people. The rich must help the impoverished. There is a school for the deaf in this neighborhood. All the deaf, not only one, all. Then the is used before the names of rivers, seas, mountain ranges and islands. The Narmada, the Pacific Ocean, the Suez Canal. Then the is used before the names of famous families or dynasties. The Mughals, the Guptas, the Kennedys. The is used before names of famous buildings. The Taj Mahal, the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The is used before the names of religious books. The Bible, the Ramayana, the Upanishads, the Holy Quran. Then the is used with the superlative degree of adjectives. Means when like big, bigger, biggest. The superlative degree is biggest, so we will use the biggest. The tallest, the most beautiful. So these are the points which we have to keep in mind. Where do we use the? Then we have exceptions also. We do not use determiners a, an and the in some cases. according to all these rules which we have done for a, an and the, but there are some situations where we do not use. What is the first rule? Before proper nouns, the is not used. A or the. Australia is correct. The Australia or the Seema is wrong. Before abstract nouns, the intelligence or an intelligence is wrong. The liveliness is wrong. But here we have exceptions. Actually, we do not use the or a before abstract nouns. But you see here in these sentences, he displayed a courage never seen before. She was filled with a joy she had never experienced earlier. Determiners are used before abstract nouns when these abstract nouns are specified by a qualifying phrase or a clause. When we will study phrases and clauses, this point will become more clear to you that a or the or an can be used with an abstract noun if it is continued by a clause or phrase. Come to third. We do not use any determiner a, an or the with before uncountable nouns. It's sugar, not a sugar, a milk, a bread are wrong. I say I bought bread. I'll not say I bought a bread, right? Then in the phrases like go to school, we don't say go to the school. We go to school by bus. She went to bed early today, not the bed or a bed, right? Then before nouns used in general sense, dogs are faithful animals, not the dogs. In expressions like invite someone to tea, lunch or dinner, we don't say the lunch, the tea, the dinner, the breakfast. No. Before noun pairs, Shreya worked day and night. Day and night is a noun pair and we do not use the with it. The bread and butter is wrong. Bread and butter. Then we do not use the or a before the names of festivals and holidays. And we do not use a or the before the name of a nationality used as a compliment. Ritesh is Indian and his friend David is German. So we have F part where we have to insert the articles a, an and the wherever necessary, which is solved by me. If you have any doubt regarding the back exercise, when you will fill it in your book, you can contact on my given number in the homework.